ביאור משנה ג', explanation for משנה ג'. הפיס השני, זיכה בעבודות דלקמן. So the first pice, we understand what happened. The first pice, every day, the Kohen used to take off the ashes for it, and then he used to prepare the beginning preparation of the bonfire on the altar, and he used to take the coals to the inside Eichal, to the house. So it says, this is the first lottery. What about the second lottery? The second lottery, they decided, Mi shochet, who is going to slaughter? Et korban tamid, the tamid sacrifice, the first sacrifice of the day, who is going to do the slaughtering? Mi zorek et damo, also established, who is going to throw the blood? Klomar sha'akalen. So this is the way, it wasn't, they didn't make a lottery for each one. So this is the way it was done. You remember they were going around in the lottery, and then they landed you number 1348, and then they started counting. Okay, so you do shchita, the next one does this, the next one does this, the next one does this. There was an order. From the first one, now we know all the jobs. The next 20 people, we know their jobs. And the other ones go away. We don't need you today.
But they did 4 lotteries.
Yeah, so this, the first one, we know what happened.
Yeah.
This is the second one.
The second one.
So,
To everybody, if you say, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this.
well,
We're
we're going to see. We're going to see. הפיס השני זכרה בעבודתו דלקמן, מי שוחט את קורבן התמיד. The first lottery was who does the קורבן התמיד, the tamid sacrifice. מי זורק את דמו, who throws the blood. כלומר שהכהן שכלה בו המספר של ההגרלה, כמו שבאנו במשנה א', that the כהן that was finished, let's say the number 748, הוא שוחט את התמיד, he slaughters the תמיד, והשני עומד לימינו, and the one who stands to his right, מקבל את הדם מזורקו, he does the blood, and so on and so forth. מי מדשן מזבח פנימי, הכהן השלישי, the third כהן, מוריד את האפר מהמזבח הקטורת שבהיכל, he gets to take the dust, the ashes, of the golden, for the altar, for the incense. מי מדשן את המנורה, another Kohen cleans out the menorah. הכהן הרביעי מדשן את הנרות של המנורה, שנוטל מהם את האפר והפסולת, ומי מעלה איברים של התמיד, another Kohen who's going to take out and take the limbs of the תמיד and burns it and brings them up to the altar, לכבש, כמו ששנינו. שהכהנים היו מניחים את איברי התמיד בכבש של המזבח מחיציו ולמטה, like we already learned that they put the limbs over there and then they go to say the Shema. ויורדים לשכת הגזית לקרוא את שמה, and then they go to say the Shema because they didn't say Shema yet, it was early in the morning. ולאחר מכן היו מעלים את האיברים למזבח, and then afterward they would take out the limbs and put it on the altar, ואלו האיברים שזכו הכהנים בעלותן לפי סדר של אותו הפיס. And then there was other Kohanim who used to got הראש והרגל, the head and the head and the leg, האחורית של ימים, זכה בהעלאתם הכהן החמישי. So the fifth Kohen used to get the head and the front leg, the right front leg of the animal, to put it on the altar, ושתי הידיים, היינו הרגליים הקדמיות, זכה בהם הכהן השישי, and then the other legs, the six guys והעוקץ, החלק האחורי עם העלייה, the fat got another Kohen, והרגל האחורית של שמאל, and the left legs, the left back leg, העלתם על ידי כהן שביעי, that was the seventh Kohen, החזה, שומן החזה, the fat from the breasts, והגרה, מקום שהבהמה מלאה גרה, in the stomach, היינו הצוואר עם שני צלות מימין ושתי צלות משמאל, ותלויים בו הקנה והלב והריאה, העלתם על ידי הכהן השמיני. In other words, all the inner parts of the animal, which includes the heart, the lungs, and so on, ושני הדפנות, and the two sides of the animals, עם השדרה והטחול והכבד, with the spine, with other inner parts, with the liver, מעלה אותם הכהן התשיעי, there's a ninth Kohen who takes them up, והקרביים הנתונים בבזח, וקרעיים על גביהם שם, על הכהן השלישי, and the other part of the stomach, the animals have 4 stomachs, so another part of the stomach, another Kohen takes it out, והסולת, למנחת התמיד, and the bread flour, they used to make a bread offering every day, so that was another Kohen, והחביתין, מנחת הכהן גדול, שהיה מקריב בכל יום עשירי טעיפת צולת, מחציתה בבוקר ומחציתה בערב, של מחבת בשמן, מעלה הכהן ה-12, and the Kohen used to prepare another bread offering every day. Yeah, the high priest used to prepare it, but another Kohen used to bring it up on the altar. והיין, רביעית היין, נסך לתמיד, and the wine, that was another Kohen used to bring it up. מעלה הכהן ה-13, comes the 13th Kohen, 13 כהנים זכו בו. So from all the people so far, we know 13 jobs. So right now, how many people are working? 14. This 13 and the guy before it. That's it. 14 people a day so far. That's the second pice. We have a third pice and a fourth pice. Yeah. Second. The first one was the Deshen.
Yeah, no, the sacrifice.
Yeah, the sacrifice, the Tamid, yeah. אמר בן עזאי לפני רבי עקיבא משום רבי יהושע. So Ben Azai said in front of Rabbi Akiva in the name of Rabbi Yoshua, he says, I disagree. What does he disagree on? He doesn't disagree on the 13. He disagrees on the order of the 13. According to you, number 1 gets this, number 2 gets this, number 3 gets this, number 4 gets this. I have a different order. Number 1 gets this, number 2 gets this, number 3, he's got this. What's his thing? It says, no. You jump on the animal front and back, front and back, front and back. No. You don't do that. You go from the head and you go down the animal. The way it walks, you start from the head, then you go like this until you bring all the way down. You don't just go, and jump back and forth. ומבואר בברייתא בגמרא כיצד דרך הילוכו. The Braita says, how does he walk? הראש והרגל, you take the head, then comes the leg, החזה והגרה, then comes the chest, then comes the stomach, שתי ידיים, שתי הדפנות, the two hands, the two sides, העוקץ והרגל, the fat in the back, and then the back legs. ותנא קמא סובר, and the first תנא, שהגדול יותר בעיוורים קרב תחילה. It says, it doesn't go by the way the animal goes, it says it goes by the size of the... It goes by the size of the limb. Chop. You saying how was it separated? So there was a way. Everybody agrees which parts has to be separated. I'm not a butcher, I don't know. But I'm imagining the legs were separated, then the keva, the kaved, the head was one part. But they all agree on the way it was separated. After it was separated, this is the disagreement. The disagreement, how do you bring them? Do you bring them the way that the animal is? That's according to the second opinion. The first opinion says you don't bring it according to the way the animal grows. You bring it according to the weight of the limb. So whatever weighs more, you give first. Okay? ומכל מקום הראש קרב ראשון. But nevertheless, even if the head is not the biggest part, the head will always come out first. שנאמר, because why? Because the verse says it. It says, ונתת אותו לנתחיו. It says you should butcher it, the animal, and after you butcher it, ואת ראשו ואת פדרו. Then you give the head, and then you give the rest. ומכאן לראש ופדר שקודמים לכל האיברים. From here, that the head and the peder, I'm not quite sure what peder is, that comes before all the other limbs. והלכה כתנא קמא. The halacha is like תנא קמא, that you go by the weight, not by the way it goes. כן מבואר בגמרא, שהכהן המעלה את הראש מכסה את בית השחיטה בפדר. I don't know what a peder is, we will look at it soon. וזהו דרך כבוד של מעלה, לפי שבית השחיטה מלוכלך בדם. דיבור המתחיל, okay? So you don't want the neck to be seen because it's all bloody on the part of the neck, so you put another part called peder over there. I'll check soon what it means, so that it will cover all the bloody parts, because you want it to look nice. Up to here.